Now, you write in The Spectator that conservatives in America are facing a dilemma. Their Republican candidate will undoubtedly be Donald Trump, but you say Trump is both the problem and the solution to America's woes. For those viewers who haven't read your column, can you unpack that for us?
Sure. I mean, it's no secret now that Donald Trump is almost certain to be the Republican nominee for the presidency this year. And of course, that means a reopening of the whole Trump circus. It's back. Trump is back. And the Republicans have a very interesting problem here, as do the Democrats on their own side. The Democrats basically incredibly fearful about running Joe Biden, but don't know what else to do. Their one hope, it seems, is that the one person who Joe Biden can still defeat would be Donald Trump because of Donald Trump's disapproval ratings among independents. However, for Republicans, it's a different matter. And my view is that for Republicans, this presents several very, very considerable problems as well as opportunities. The problem is that thing, again, on independence. There's almost nobody in America who doesn't have an opinion on Donald Trump by now, in favor or otherwise. And the question in an election, which will actually rotate on a couple of 100,000 votes, is whether Donald Trump is the big, brash, ugly tool you need to finally defeat the Democrats and get them out of office, or in fact, as I say, the one person who could allow Joe Biden back in. It's going to be partly centered, this axis turning. It's going to be partly centered on the American economy this year. If in either the next two quarters America goes actually into recession or close to it, or even if the American economy flatlines for another couple of quarters, I would say the chances of Donald Trump getting the White House back are very high indeed. However, if Biden manages to literally just stumble on, the story could be otherwise. But it's an incredibly fraught time for conservatives and Republicans in America, because, of course, the way in which Trump operates is that once it's clear that he's the big beast again, he demands total loyalty from the other candidates. We've seen some of that this week, with the exception of Nikki Haley, who, of course, is still hanging on in there. They swear total loyalty to him, and then, in general, you can set your watch and wait for him to trash them at some later date. But no, the results seem to be in, and it does certainly seem to be Trump.
It does. And if I got to vote, it would be Trump all the way. I don't see how America could possibly do any worse than what they are now. And when Trump was in the hot seat, America hadn't had it that good economically since the 60s, of course, before COVID, that is. Douglas Murray, thank you so much for your time this evening.